All right, let's check out another great budget option from Sencut. This is the Sencut Sachse. Let's take her out of the box here. Comes with the stickers and the cleaning cloth for your glasses, all that good stuff. So what we're looking at is a flipper knife with a brown micarta handle, a satin 9CR18 MOV blade, and a button lock. So it's a flipper. Oops. And it's also got a thumb stud, which is very well placed. It's running on bearings. You can see if I hold that, it runs really nice. Nice and smooth. The texture isn't polished on the micarta. It's finished nicely, but it's not polished. I like that. It gives you a little bit of grip, and you know it's going to be even a little bit grippier when it gets wet. The blade looks centered well. We have steel liners that are not nested. And you can see there's good milling in there for weight reduction. The lock is nice and stable. There's no play left or right or up and down. That's solid. We've got a belt clip here. It is reversible for lefties. As you can see, it's not recessed. That's a little bit of a bummer, but on a budget knife, I can understand it. The thing that they did, though, is they recessed the screws. They're flathead and flush with the clip. I need to put that white under there again. That makes a huge difference. We have a little bit of a car scratcher here. Wow, that's got quite a bit of tension on it. We'll see, that might loosen up after I carry it for a little while. But I think that this is going to have plenty of room to go right out over a jeans pocket or my uniform pants or something. Let's get a weight on it. 3.62 ounces for the Sencut Sachse. Sorry. And we have 4 3/8 long, closed. Open, we have 7 3/4 with a 3.5 inch blade and about 3 3/8 cutting edge. In the hand, it's comfortable. I like how this is cut back in here for your leading finger. And then with this jimping on the flipper, the jimping is effective, but it's not sharp. It's not uncomfortable. And then the way this is formed, it just really fits in my hand nice. The button lock works good. Missed my reverse flick there. You can reverse flick off the thumb stud. You can also just push the button lock and flip it out. Let's see what we got for blade stock thickness. We got 0.12 for the blade stock thickness. So right around 1/8 of an inch. Oh, before I put that away, let's go with handle thickness. So handle thickness, we're at a 0.525. Just over 1/2 an inch wide, or thick anyway. That would probably be thinned down if they nested the liners, but then the knife would cost more. So I don't know if that's what we want. Once again, though, I've been featuring mostly knives on my channel that would be good, just everyday use and carry knives. I love all the fancy stuff too, and I have some more expensive knives that I have shown and that I probably will be showing after Blade Show this year. But the bread and butter of my everyday carry is more inexpensive options like this. Budget options, where if I get a ding in the blade and have to retouch it, it doesn't really matter to me. These hold an edge just fine. I can sharpen these back up, just lickety split, just with some fine grit belts on the work sharp, and be back to working with no problem. So the fact that it's a 9CR or a Nitro V or 14C28N, that doesn't matter to me, because I keep them very sharp. They're going to get me through the day. They're going to do everything they need to. And honestly, they usually go a lot longer than a day. That would be a day of just crazy work to take my knife from sharp to dull. They last plenty. What I care about more is how it feels in my hand. I like the edge geometry. The one thing on this, with the placement of the thumb stud, you're going to have to be careful. Say this is a sharpening stone, and you're going to run this on the sharpening stone. That thumb stud is going to get hit. It has a pretty nice sharpening choil, but the thumb stud is going to be in the way. So probably what I'm going to do is use my work sharp belt, and when I put it on there, I'll have to keep this at somewhat of an angle to the belt and just go like that, and then I can miss those studs. I have grown up with thumb stud knives, and I like flippers, I like all the other ones too, but I like thumb studs enough, and I'm used to them enough, that I don't want to remove these just for the sake of sharpening. I still am used to looking for that thumb stud and using that thumb stud. I think I might treat this with some Ren wax or something, but I don't know, I kind of like that feel. Let's test sharpness on magazine page, and then we'll get the best tester out and add this one to our running list. Oh, wow. Very nice. Just effortless. It glides through. I have to hold on to it because it's trying to fall through too fast almost. That's great. Very nicely done edge. I didn't detect any burrs on there or anything. Let's get the best tester. Okay, I've got the Sencut Sachse entered right here. Scale's ready. Let's see what she does. Nice and smooth and steady. 160. So that's better than a lot of the factory knives that I've been testing straight out of the box. It's better than the Riot PLXE, the Petrified Fish Terra. It's better than the Icon knife, better than the Migron Moyarl. And you look down through here, 160. The Vosteed Raccoon was a 164. My M4 Bug Out was a 124. That was really good. A Buck 110 was a 144. But you see a 160, Rosecraft Appalachian Jack was a 147, but most of these are higher. So the 160, that's a nice sharp knife. Doesn't mean I'm not going to strap it on the Work Sharp belt with a 1 micron diamond emulsion and get it even sharper. So I probably will do that before I carry it. Okay, hold up. I forgot to film testing the hardness of the 9CR blade on the Sachse. So here we go. I'm just going to insert this in here, and it is what it is at this point. Sorry for, I just forgot during the review. So here I am, it's a little bit later, and we're going to see how hard this blade is. Hopefully I did a good heat treat on the 9CR. 9CR is pretty budget, but it can be okay for a user for sure. And it stopped, and I got 57 and a half. All right, get it right on the try it one more time on the other side. Now I will say that I probably should take the knife apart and test it up here. I'm not going to do that, so it is what it is. Still gives me a good idea. And it stopped. And that one I got a 59. So we're looking at 57 and a half to 59. So, you know, you can call it a 58 and a quarter or so. That should be decent. Easy to sharpen, fairly tough, and not super soft. All right, back to the video. All in all, that is a very comfortable, very usable blade shape too. I don't know if I'd call that a drop point. I think that that's more of a spear point with a swedge. either way, no matter what you call it, the grind comes way, way up. So at only 1/8 of an inch and bringing this grind all the way up, you know you're going to have really good cutting edge geometry. We just showed that with the magazine paper and the best tester. It definitely cuts nice. I don't know. I think it's pretty hard to beat for the money. It's I'll put a link in the description to Amazon. I'm looking forward to carrying it. I'll probably buff up the blade a little bit tonight and start toting it around. So there it is, the Sencut Sachse. I appreciate your views, and any thumbs up you give is awesome. Everybody, have a safe day, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.